in about a minute. I should be good to go. I think I've got everything.
Can we unplug and plug back in?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, thank you, Karen. I'm good. Appreciate it.
For the O'Shea Blue Streaks, a junior, number 11, Darcy Dyke. For the Vikings, number 11, a senior, Oscar Patel. For the Blue Streaks,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southeast High School Lancer Classic. It's going to be championship night. Lady Vikings in the first championship game against the Neodesha Blue Streaks. And then the late game will be the Parsons Vikings versus the Riverton Ram boys. So Lady Vikings are just now getting announced. So I'm going to go down the starting lineups for each team. First for the Neodesha Blue Streaks, we have sophomore Crew Johnson. Sorry, looking at the wrong list here. I'll start over. Sophomore or junior Trinity Bell. Junior Prayer Roebuck. Sophomore Kimmy Combs. Senior Olivia Pond. And sophomore Olivia Morrison. And for the Lady Vikings, it will be Riley Dunley, Jaden Kendrick, Sydney Scheibe, Braylon Mitchell, Ashka Patel, and Sydney Scheibe, if I didn't say her name already. So Ashka, Sydney, Riley, Braylon, and Jaden Kendrick will be the 5 starters for the Lady Vikings as we are set to get started here in this championship game. Scott should be joining me here momentarily. He said he's on his way, so we are going to do it solo until Scott gets here. So Lady Vikes are in the away blue. The Lady Blue Streaks are in the home white. The Braylon Mitchell jumping against Prayer Roebuck, and the Neodesha Blue Streaks will have the first possession. And Combs with it, gets it down to Roebuck, kicks it back out to Dyke. Now Combs for a 3, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ashka Patel. And so Ashka's going to go the other way with it. And Lady Vikes will get their first chance on the offensive side. Sydney Scheibe for a long 3, off the mark, no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds. So first opportunity there by the Lady Vikes. No good on the offensive side. So Darcy Dyke with the ball for the Lady Blue Streaks. He gets it over to Roebuck. Roebuck for a 3, no good. But an offensive rebound in. Well, yep, Lady Blue Streaks do end up with it. Now Dyke for a 3, no good. Rebounded by Sydney Scheibe. Now stolen by Roebuck. Make that Combs. And Combs goes to the basket and is fouled. So Lady Blue Streaks will go to the free throw line. We're 6:57 just underway. 0-0 is the score. Kimmy Combs at the line. Knocks down the first one. And the foul was called on Braylon Mitchell. Second free throw is also good. So 2-0 Lady Blue Streaks here in the early going. And Ashka Patel will bring it up for the Lady Vikes. So just underway, 6:51 in counting play. First quarter now give and go to Ashka Patel, and she gets it. So Ashka Patel ties the game at 2 apiece in the early going here. Combs with it, back to Dyke, to Roebuck. Back out to Combs, all the way across. Good defense here by the Lady Vikes. Now in the paint, missed shot, but a rebound, and another missed shot, another offensive rebound, and just so much height by this Lady Blue Streaks team, and Combs gets it to go. So Combs now with 4 points. And Ashka Patel to bring it down for the Lady Vikes. Now Braylon Mitchell with it. Needs some help. Tries to throw it down to Patel, and it is stolen. So here comes Dyke with it. Lady Blue Streaks. Vikings trail by 2, 4-2. And trying to get it down low to Morrison. And it is stolen away by the Lady Vikes. And here comes Sydney Scheibe. She wants to go all the way. And there's a lot of contact, but no call. Scheibe back with it. And she is going to be fouled by Darcy Dyke. And that'll be her first. So 4-2, Lady Blue Streaks, 5:32 to play first quarter. Inbounded is Braylon Mitchell. Gets it into Patel. Patel with it. Patel wants to try to drive. She kicks it back out to Kendrick. Kendrick at the elbow, missed shot. Rebounded by the Blue Streaks. Here comes Dyke. Gets it to Roebuck. And Combs, a little floater, and she is fouled. Let's see who they get the foul on. It's on Braylon Mitchell. That's her second. So Kimmy Combs will go to the line again. This one is no good. So 4-2, Lady Blue Streaks with a 4-2 lead. Kimmy Combs will have one more here. Second free throw is also no good, and wow, should have been over the back on Roebuck, but they didn't call anything, but she missed the shot. Now here comes Sydney Scheibe quickly the other way, and she is fouled. So Sydney Scheibe will go to the line. Scheibe with the chance here to tie the game if she can knock down both of them. 4-3 now. Scheibe will have one more. 4:57 to play, first quarter. Lady Vikes taking on the Neodesha Blue Streaks here in the final of the Lady Lancer Classic. And it's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to favor the Vikings. So 4-3. 4:52 to play. And it should be Lady Vikings basketball. So Lady Vikings inbounds. And Patel gets it to Mitchell. Now down to Scheibe. Now Dunley is fouled. Riley Dunley will go to the line to shoot two. First one is up and no good. You want to do this? And Dunley's second one is good. So we're tied 4-4. And out of bounds go to the Lady Vikings. So Lady Vikings catching a couple of breaks on a couple of turnovers by the Blue Streaks here. So Braylon Mitchell bring it up to court. 4:33 to play, first quarter. Gets it down low to Scheibe, and she gets it to go. And Sydney Scheibe gets her first basket of the game. So 6-4 Lady Vikes. We're just going to keep it here. Just a 30-second timeout. And Scott, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
I got to listen to the beginning of the game. It just sounds like could be in for a pretty good championship tonight.
Yeah, 6-4. I mean, the Lady Vikes have gotten away with a couple of sloppy possessions, but Neota Shays turned it over a couple of times. But the only bad thing is Braylon picked up 2 quick fouls, and she's not one normally to foul a lot.
Right.
But that was kind of surprising. One of them was kind of questionable. The other one, I think she definitely committed the foul. But
yeah, and with the relatively short bench, it's always a concern for the Lady Vikes.
Exactly. So they get it up court. The Lady Blue Streaks have it. Give it to Pond. To Combs, and she travels. So we're at the 4:09 mark here in the first quarter, and Lady Blue Streaks have 3 straight turnovers. They haven't even gotten a shot off the last 3 possessions, so that's a good thing for the Lady Vikes. So Braylon Mitchell bring it up the court. Gets it ahead to Scheibe. Scheibe throws a skip pass all the way across to Dunley for 3. In and out, no good. Gets her own rebound, and the putback is also no good. So still 6-4 Lady Vikes. And here comes Pond. And that was that was Roebuck. Sorry. Roebuck gets the score to tie the game, 6-6. And Mitchell tries to throw it all the way across to Scheibe, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Blue Streaks. And Trinity Bell checks back in, and also for the first time is Brooklyn Newland, and also for the first time is Ava Gooch. So Gooch, Newland, and Bell check in for the Lady Blue Streaks. So Lady Vikings with the possession, tied 6-6. Mitchell gets it down low to Patel, and it is not handled well. And here goes Roebuck going the other way. And she wants to go baseline, kicks it out to Bell. And Bell misses the shot, and out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on who?
I think they got Jaden Kendrick.
Sure enough.
I thought.
Yeah, here's Bell again for a 3. And this time it's short. But they continue to get offense. I bet this is their 7th offensive rebound, Scott.
Yeah, that's not a good trend for the Lady Vikes. I know Neota Shade, they do have a lot of size.
Yeah, even though they're not shooting well, they're getting a lot of attempts. So 6-6. Scheibe gets it down low to Mitchell underneath, and now Dunley. There's not a whole lot of whistles going on underneath the basket. Now Mitchell, no good. Saved by Kendrick. The Lady Vikes all of a sudden getting a couple offensive rebounds, and now Scheibe in the paint and is fouled. So Sydney Scheibe could break this tie.
Good work that time by the Lady Vikes.
Yeah, Sydney Scheibe fighting hard here. Scheibe's first one is good. So does that make her 4 for 5, Scott, from the line?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, okay. And second one is also good. And hopefully the live stream, it looks like it keeps trying to kick us out, even though I thought we would be the only ones on here. Now Patel with it. Nice steal by Patel. She's up in front of it, missed shot, and she comes out with it. Here's Scheibe for a 3, and it's good. Sydney Scheibe gives the Lady Vikes 11-6 lead. So Lady Vikes all of a sudden with a 5-point lead. And now get it down low to Bell, and she misses the shot. And now an offensive rebound, a putback by Brooklyn Newland. So 11-8, Lady Vikes with a 3-point lead. And now here's Patel with it at midcourt. Gets it to Scheibe. Now Patel. Now Patel launches a three. In and out, no good. Jaden Kendrick with a nice offensive rebound. Now Scheibe from way out deep. And this is out of bounds off of the rim.
That was way down. Like Dante
Sawyer's, you know. Man. Sydney, if she would, it was online. It just off the side of the rim. And now good shot by Roebuck. Tough shot in the lane. Gets it back to a 1-point game. 10-11. Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead. Now Scheibe with it.
If that's on Braylon, that's her third. Who'd they get?
That's 3 on Braylon.
My goodness. Man, that's 3 fouls in the first quarter, Tony.
That's tough.
And she's still on the floor.
Yeah, not good. It actually says 2 on the board, Scott.
Oh.
So maybe I missed, maybe one of them they called on somebody else.
Well, good. That's what we'll go with.
And now it's out of bounds off of Neota Shea. So the Lady Vikes, I swear I had her for 2 already, but maybe somebody else has one.
We'll figure it out as we get going here.
Patel brings it up the court for the Lady Vikes. She better hurry up to get across the timeline. Now Patel needs some help and nearly throws it away. Kendrick with it now. Long 3 again from Scheibe. Nearly made it again.
Kendrick,
now Kendrick is fighting hard. Now Scheibe with it under the basket. Can't get it to go. And I think Neota Shea coach is kind of beside himself, like, how are we not getting these rebounds?
Yeah, Lady Vikings, honestly, at least since I made it to the gym, they've essentially been out hustling Neota Shea for the most part.
Yeah, Sydney Scheibe at the line. First one on the way is no good. Sydney Scheibe's already missed 3. Is that correct?
2. She's missed 2.
Wow.
She's 3 out of 5 from the line.
So Scheibe will have one more. Second one is out. No good. And now saved by Neota Shea. And here they come. Here comes Bell. Bell gets it to Roebuck. Roebuck, that lefty going with her left hand.
Yeah,
looked like she was just out of control there.
Yeah, I agree. There was some contact, but man, that's a tough foul on Jaden. That'll be her second. And
unbelievable.
Tony, I think I might notice this more than most people because I am a lefty.
Yeah.
But it seems like defenses are so slow to adjust to having somebody drive to the left side of the floor.
Yeah, and the first free throw from Roebuck is good. So she now ties the game at 11. Only 4.9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Second free throw gives them a 1-point lead. So Lady Vikes trail by 1, only less than 5 seconds here. Patel's, why is she shooting from there?
She shot that way too early.
So now we're at the end of the first quarter. Lady Vikes trail 12-11. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Welcome back to Southeast Lancer Classic. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here. And the Lady Blue Streaks have the possession to start the second quarter, and they knock down a three-pointer. So now they have a 4-point lead. And Lady Vikes now with the possession, down 15-11. Lady Vikes trail by 4. Sydney Scheibe with it at the elbow, gets it to go. Good shot by Sydney there.
She's in double figures, Tony.
Wow, that's awesome. Just got to pick up the pace a little bit on the rest of the crew. Here's Combs. Combs goes left-handed, misses it. And then offensive rebound by Newland. And then she is fouled, so she will go to the line. So Brooklyn Newland, sophomore, will head to the line at the 7:15 mark of the second quarter as the Lady Vikes trail 15-13. Referee's talking to Riley Dunley a little bit there. Like, watch the elbows, kid. First free throw is no good. So we got timeout, Parsons, I believe.
Yep.
Let's just keep it here, Scott. Maybe go down some of our sponsors here. All right, we'd like to thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Dress for Less, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, Strategic Partners, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Parsons District Schools, Snyder Lawn Care, Olson Ace Hardware, SEK Orthopedic, Doctors Mosier, Meister, and Morris, and Sparklight. And we are back ready for action as Brooklyn Newland for the Lady Blue Streaks at the line for the second one is good. So 16-13, Lady Vikes trail by 3. And the Lady Vikes are getting pressed in the backcourt a little bit here. And it's going to be a steal. And here's Roebuck, and that's got to be an offensive.
Call something. Wow, no foul.
They're just going to say no foul. Just out of bounds, huh?
And did Jaden? And if it's out of bounds, was it touched by Jaden?
That's a very fair question. I don't understand.
Yeah, that was a lot of contact for there to be no foul by either player.
Roebuck with it. Now, tough shot, in and out, no good. And Mitchell with the rebound here. Lady Vikes trail by 3. Jaden Kendrick launches a 3 and no good. And Roebuck with the rebound. And she slows it up this time now for a 3. In and out, no good. Scheibe with the rebound. Here comes Sydney Scheibe. Scheibe spin move, kicks it out to Patel. Patel thought about the 3. Now she backs it out. Here comes Mitchell. Guarded by Bell. Mitchell kicks it to Kendrick. Kendrick for 3. Bank shot, almost went, didn't go. And now here comes Combs. Combs spins it, tries to get it to go. It did not go. And here comes the Lady Vikes quickly the other way. Here's Patel.
Nice job by Oshka.
And Oshka is fouled.
You know, Tony, it looks like, Roebuck is one of the top players for Neota Shea. She has 9 points, but I haven't got to see her play a whole lot, obviously, but it doesn't look like she's comfortable going to the right at all.
No, I think she's definitely all lefty.
Oh, boy.
Oshka missed the first free throw. Tara Smith and Alex Stoneberger check in for the Lady Vikes, checking in for Kendrick and Dunley. And we got some new Blue Streaks coming in. We got Dyke, Pond, and Morrison. So second one from Oshka is good. So 16-14. Lady Vikes trail by 2. And here is missed shot, but an offensive rebound. Now Pond with it. Gets it back to Roebuck. Gets it to Combs. Combs in the paint. Missed shot, gets her own rebound, and now Scheibe has it. 2 blue streaks were on the floor, but no whistles. Now Mitchell throws it up, no good. Tara Smith gets it to Patel.
Got to get out of the lane.
Now here's Scheibe with it, kicks it to Patel for a 3. And it is no good. And
that's a foul.
No.
Silly foul.
Yeah, didn't need that one. So Braylon, if she didn't already have her third, that's definitely going to be it.
And, you know, it looks, Tony, like Neota Shea has the deeper bench as well. We'll have to see if that comes into play in the second half.
So here comes Dyke with it for the Blue Streaks. Gets it to Roebuck. Roebuck kicks it up the pond and no good. Here comes Ashka Patel. Quickly the other way. Patel puts it up, no good. A lot of contact there and no foul. So now Roebuck quickly the other way. And they're going to get a foul on Jaden Kendrick again. I believe that might be her second or third.
I think that's her third as well.
She may be hurt. And
I didn't see what happened.
She kind of got pushed to the floor pretty hard.
And she was the one who got whistled for the foul.
Yeah, so let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care.
They've won it the last 2 years.
Yep.
And Coach Scheibe said yesterday that he thought they won 2 games whenever Sydney was a freshman. So that makes 10 out of the last 11 games.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success here recently.
That's pretty good. So Lady Vikes trail right now by 2, 16-14, but still pretty early in the game. And now Ashka Patel with a near steal.
And Tony, just so our listeners know, Kendrick had to be helped to the locker room.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means the Lady Vikes definitely going to be short bench here. Alex Stoneberger in the game right now for her. Now Roebuck with it. Gets it to Dyke. Now Bell. And now Roebuck for a 3, and it's an air ball. Tried to save, good save there by Morrison, but couldn't get there. So even though it's been pretty ugly, Scott, I'm pretty happy with it being ugly, Scott. I'm pretty happy with it being 16-14, honestly.
Yeah, I am too.
So here's Braylon Mitchell, spin move. She kind of shoved off there. She better be careful. She's already got 3 fouls. So Mitchell having to play with those 3 fouls. Scheibe for 3. In and out, no good, and Patel had a hand on it, but couldn't get a hold of it. Here comes Bell. Bell pulls it up, gets it back to Roebuck. So now Roebuck with it, guarded by Stoneberger. Now Bell wants a 3. I think she's a lefty too, Scott.
Yeah, they've got it. I think they have 3 lefties.
Now Stoneberger with it. Gets it to Mitchell. Now Scheibe wants a 3. And it is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Patel. Lady Vikes just continue to stay in this game at 16-14. Now Patel for 3, and she knocks it down. So Lady Vikes take the lead, 17-16.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of fight here in the first half, Tony, because they've had a lot of missed shots, but man, they've had a ton of offensive rebounds. They're just. I don't know if they're out hustling Neota Shea or if the ball's just bouncing, the right way for the Lady Vikes, but they're staying in it by essentially just a lot of hustle.
Yep. And here's the Lady Blue Streaks with this possession. Dyke with it, gets it back to Roebuck, and Bell with it, guarded by Scheibe. Now Roebuck wants to go baseline, and she's fouled.
That looked clean.
A lot of contact, but they're going to get a foul probably on Patel, would be my guess. And that's her first. So Prayer Roebuck, junior, will go to the line. And she knocks down the first one. And Tiara Smith will check in for Alex Stoneberger. And Smith will go down low in the paint. So I thought, who went out for the Vikings? Oh, Patel did.
Okay.
Yeah, Patel needed the break. So both free throws are good. So now we have a 1-point lead for the Blue Streaks. And the Lady Blue Streaks are going to put in 4 fresh players here at the Pond. Pond missed three-pointer. Now here's Alex Stoneberger. And they're going to call a hold on Bell. So Lady Vikes trail by 1. Riley Thompson checks in for the first time for the Lady Blue Streaks. So they leave Roebuck on the floor and put in Combs, Thompson, Newland. So here's Scheibe with it. Goes in the lane, little floater missed. Now here's Combs with it. Combs throws it away. And now they're going to call a quick foul. That's the second really quick foul after a rebound at the Lady Vikes. So Lady Vikes, I think, catching a couple breaks there as well. Now Patel checks right back in. So Patel checks in for Alex Stoneberger. So Tiana Sanders, freshman, checking in for the first time.
They play a lot of players, Tony.
Yeah. Lady Vikes put Stoneberger right back in, bring Mitchell to the bench. And that's probably a smart play. Mitchell has 3 fouls. 2:31 to play and only trail by 1. Now Scheibe with it. Scheibe gets it back up top to Patel. And now Smith wants it. Doesn't get it. Now Stoneberger all the way across. And they're going to call 3 seconds in the lane on Tiara Smith. That's the first time they've called that. And I have noticed that we have been in the lane quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought they missed a couple earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure their coaches harping at the refs on those calls too. Now Combs will bring it up the floor. Combs gets it over to Thompson. Now Combs with it. Thompson in and out, no good. Riley Dunley gets it quickly up to Scheibe. Scheibe's running the floor underneath and good. Sydney Scheibe makes a good move there, scores it, gives the Lady Vikes a 1-point lead. So 19-18 Lady Vikes. And now jump ball possession is going to go to the Lady Vikes.
That's outstanding defense, outstanding hustle.
Jaden Kendrick just ran back out, Scott.
Oh, that's awesome because she put no weight on that foot when she went to the locker room.
She's kind of holding her knee a little bit, but they're acting like they might sub her in.
Not yet.
Pass that sit down. You could hear him all the way up here, and I got the earphones on. So now Patel. Scheibe with it, wants a drive.
Oh, how about a foul?
Now Patel for a 3, no good. And it's saved by the Lady Vikes.
Boy, great
knocked
hustle.
Out of bounds. And I think the Lady Vikes are going to maintain possession. Pretty sloppy there, but.
Lady Vikes are playing like it's a championship game, Tony, at least as far as their effort goes. You're right, it has been sloppy at times, though.
19-18, Lady Vikes lead by 1. So Patel gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Scheibe. Now the freshman Sanders gets it ahead to Thompson now. Back to Combs. Now Newland. So Roebuck not in the game at the moment. And now a steal by the Lady Vikes. Patel wants to run. Patel goes all the way, misses it. Rebounded by Gooch. Here comes the Lady Blue Streaks. Lady Vikes lead by 1. And now Newland pass to Thompson. Now long shot from Combs. No good, but man, Alex Stoneberger,
that's awesome.
That's at least her 3rd or 4th rebound on the defensive end. That's awesome for her. And now Scheibe. Now Patel. Stoneberger has it now. And she kicks it out to Patel. Might be down to 7 seconds. So Scheibe's going to launch. She's going all the way to the basket, scores it, and is fouled.
What a way to end the half for Sydney Scheibe and the Lady Vikes.
She had about 4 seconds there, Scott. I thought she was going to launch from 3, and she decided, man, the paint's wide open. She went right straight down the paint, got fouled.
She has 2/3 of the team's points, Tony, 14 of their 21.
Wow. Sydney will have a chance to add to that. So 21, 22 to 18. Lady Vikes now with a 4-point lead as we hit halftime. So Lady Vikes, impressive, sloppy but impressive first half, if you can say that.
Right.
Lady Vikes lead by 4. Let's take a 3-minute break, and then we'll come back for your Eye Care Associate halftime report. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93. Welcome back to Southeast High School Lancer Classic. On the girls' side, we are at halftime. Lady Vikes with the 22-18 lead, and we're ready for the Eye Care Associate of Parsons halftime report, sponsored by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. And Scott, it's like we said it a couple of times, it's not been real pretty, but I'm utterly shocked that we have a 4-point lead right now.
Yeah, I am too, and you know, a lot of it just comes down to the fact that the Lady Vikings, at least on the offensive end, well, I'll say at both ends, I think they
They've hustled.
They hustled. I don't even know if you can say they outworked Neota Shea. I don't know what kind of schedule Neota Shea plays, but I think maybe they haven't seen the quality of competition that the Lady Vikings have. And, Lady Vikings did enough to get that 4-point lead. One thing of note, only 6 players scored total in that first half. 3 for Neota Shea, 3 for the Lady Vikes. Sydney Scheibe leads all scorers with 15. Ashka Patel with 6. Riley Dunley with 1. So some other players are going to have to chip in the second half.
Definitely.
And you can say the same for Neota Shea. They were led by Prairie Roebuck's 11 points. Then they got 4 from Combs and 3 from Newland. Lady Vikes actually held Neota Shea to 1 field goal in the second quarter. They had 1 3-pointer and 3 free throws.
Wow, that's impressive stats there. I didn't realize, and even you said Newland had, I think,
state tournament schedule. You've got the girls playing Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
The boys playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exactly what you see at the state tournament, and obviously that's
further down the line,
month and a half down the road. But still, it's good experience for these teams to kind of have that, where you're playing several days in a row without a break.
Yeah, and we're inching closer to the start of the second half, and it looks like possession will go to the Lady Blue Streaks, excuse me, to start this second half. So Lady Vikes going to have to start out here with some solid defense to start the second half, and they will start Mitchell, Stoneberger, Scheibe, Patel, and Dunley. So Kendrick does remain on the bench. And Combs, Dyke, Pond, Roebuck, and Morrison. That's the 5 starters that I believe the Neota Shea started with in the first half. So we are underway in the second half. Dyke with it up top, gets it across the pond, gets it to Roebuck. She's going to the left side. And steal by Sydney Scheibe. So here comes the Lady Vikings. So Scheibe with it. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell, let's get past the Stoneberger. She thought about the shot, and then she chose not to take it. Now Patel. A little floater in the lane, short. And rebounded by Dyke. And here comes the Lady Blue Streaks. 7:09 to play, third quarter. Lady Vikes with a 22-18 lead. And Pond has it in the corner. Now back to Dyke up top. Morrison now comes for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Stoneberger.
Boy, as short as she is, Tony, she has grabbed a lot of rebounds.
Yes, she has. Now Scheibe with it, cut off by Roebuck. Mitchell thought about the 3. Now she's going to drive, gets it to Dunley. Looked like she took steps, but Combs comes out with the rebound anyway. So here comes Lady Blue Streaks in the corner to Roebuck. Roebuck throws it up and in. Are they going to count that?
I think so. Oh, they said 2 shots, but the basket went in.
All right.
Yep.
So the basket is good. So 1 shot here. So 22-20 is our score. Lady Vikes 2-point lead. Now just a 1-point lead as Neota Shea Jr. Roebuck knocks down the free throw. So now Patel with it. Gets it to Mitchell. 6:21 and counting here, third quarter. And Mitchell needs some help. Gets it out. Patel wide open 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Roebuck. And here comes Combs. Lady Vikes just narrow 1-point lead here. And a missed shot, but an offensive rebound. Now Combs thought about the 3. Now she's going to roll to the paint. And she is fouled. So everything's going the wrong way to start this second half. Lady Vikes are yet to score. Lady Blue Streaks already with the basket and the second time at the free throw line. So here's Combs at the line. First one is in and out, no good. She'll have one more with a chance to tie it here. So 22-21. Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead. 5:54 to play, third quarter. Jaden Kendrick does check back in. Now Combs' second free throw is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Scheibe. So here comes Sydney Scheibe, senior guard for the Vikings. He's had some really good games here at the Lancer Classic over the 4 years. Missed shot and rebounded by Dyke. Now she gets it up to Combs. Combs gets it quickly up to Roebuck. Roebuck in the lane. In and out, no good. I don't know how that didn't go in. Now we got a jump ball.
And I just love how the Lady Vikings have been diving on the floor all night long. That time it was Patel and Kendrick.
Yep, and they get the jump ball, and the possession arrow does go to the Lady Vikes. So the Lady Vikes maintain that 1-point lead.
Yeah, Tony, they got to find some rhythm on the offensive end.
Yep, here's Patel with it. Little pressure in the backcourt. Now throw it all the way up to Scheibe. Scheibe, a little floater. No good, but I thought Dunley was going to get the rebound there. Now fighting on the floor, and they're going to call another jump ball. 5:14 to play, third quarter. Lady Vikes with a narrow 1-point lead. Brings it up the court for Neota Shea. Pond with it. Now Roebuck for a three, in and out, no good. And now Patel. Quickly the other way for the Lady Vikes. She's cut off. Now Dunley wants a three, and it is no good. So good look there. Just couldn't connect.
Yeah, and she can hit from out there, Tony. That one was just off the mark.
So now Lady Vikes still hold on to that 1-point lead almost halfway through this third quarter. They haven't even scored in the quarter. So Pond with it. Now they're going to call a hold.
Oh, goodness.
Who's that on?
It was away from the ball. I didn't see it. Did they get Kendrick?
I don't know.
Yep, sure enough.
4?
I believe that is number
sure
4, yeah.
So now Dyke to inbounds for Neota Shea. She gets it in to Combs. Combs wants to go to the basket, and she takes it in and scores. And now Neota Shea with the 1-point lead. Now Scheibe with it. Gets it across half court. Now gets it over to Patel. There's not a whole lot of open space.
Right.
They're just having trouble finding that open spot. Now Stoneberg is knocked to the ground. Patel all the way across to Mitchell. Now stolen by Dyke. And here comes the Lady Blue Streaks. Now trying to get it down low to Roebuck. In and out, no good. They're going to call a foul push going that way, so it's going to be on Olivia Morrison. So that's the second foul on Morrison. So Lady Vikes trail 23-22, have not scored in this quarter, and we're halfway through it. So now Patel with it. Scheibe is bumped by Newland. So that is the first on Newland.
You know,
I would.
Yeah, I mean, it'd still be a 2-possession game, but, you know, then you get back on defense and just focus on Roebuck and Combs.
Yeah.
And if somebody else hits the three-pointer, so be it.
Yeah, and then she does get the first one, so 32.8 to play.
Big time by the senior.
Yeah, we needed him. Now here comes Roebuck.
Don't let her go left, ladies.
Now she gets it to Combs. Now Combs goes to the rack, misses it, and
Oh, they're going to get a foul. Savvy with the whole digital world, but I have no idea why it would just kick us off. Oh, it makes absolutely no sense, especially because I know other broadcasts were not having that issue, so that's a shame.
Well, hopefully, I haven't seen anyone from Riverton doing any type of a live stream, so we might get lucky here and have a decent stream here for this boys matchup. So
I wonder if Coach Shoddy is.
Yeah.
They might be celebrating, and he might forget to come up.
Yeah, he could also come up later. Maybe he's usually excited and wants to talk on the air. So we'll definitely give him that opportunity if we get time later on. But I guess that ends the Bowen Pharmacy post-game report for the girls' side, and we're ready now for this boys' championship game, Scott.
Yeah, and we already mentioned the injuries to Landon Wheat and Demias Johnson. So, the Viking boys are going to be very, very thin, not just on the bench, but in just the interior. I don't know, Trey Tullis, he battled so hard, but he's really not a true post player.
Exactly.
So they're gonna have to rebound by committee tonight. They're gonna have to take care of the basketball, and probably the biggest thing of all, Tony, they're gonna have to slow down Richardson, who is not his athletic skills. His offensive skills are a bit raw, but at 6'9", and with no Landon Wheat, he is going to be like 7 or 8 inches taller than everybody else on the Viking team. So he's going to get his points tonight. But the Vikings are going to have to shoot well from the perimeter. And I don't know if they can force many turnovers with their press, because Riverton has some good guard play.
Yeah, number one for them is Noah Harper. He's a stud. I watched him play in that semifinal game yesterday, and he's so quick and athletic, and we're going to have our hands full at the guard play. So it's going to be one of those games. I mean, I can remember, I want to say it was last year, Scott, when we played Independence, and they had Easton Ewing, and we didn't have Landon Wheat, and we were like, man, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Right.
And if I remember right, J.J. Kendrick played so good in that game, and our guard play was just so good, and we were able to inch out a win at Independence, and I just thought, man, I was like, same as we're thinking right now, is like, how are we going to stop this tall guy on the other team, and somehow we were able to do it that night, and Coach Houck's pretty savvy. I mean, he's got some great assistant coaches, that are Christy Snyder, probably one of the best coaches in Southeast Kansas for 20 some odd years, and she left Labette County women's program, came over to the boys side at Parsons last year. This is her second year with us, and so the insight that she can probably bring to the table, that things that he probably doesn't even think of. So hopefully they can figure something out. And then, I can't say enough about some of the guard play that we've gotten off the bench from Carner Barkus and Joe Kill.
Yep.
And, I know Jason Smart didn't have a very good game the other night, but he's been hurt. And, and Jagger Quirin had a great first half last night. And, some of these other kids, with Landon Wheat out, this is going to be their time to shine.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes these kids just need an opportunity.
If you come into this game and you're thinking, man, no Landon Wheat, no Demias, and we got to guard this big guy, we ain't got nothing to lose, might as well go out there and shine. And who knows? This could be a night where we have somebody else step up that hasn't really stepped up. So it'll be interesting to see.
Coach Houck, the last time we had him up here for the post-game interview, we were talking about how teams pretty much play man-to-man. Nobody plays a lot of zone anymore because they don't want to give up a lot of threes. If you go back and watch games from the 70s through the early 80s on YouTube, and especially in college, you will see teams playing zone inside the free throw line. They're just daring teams to shoot 15, 16-foot jump shots. You have to wonder, will Coach Houck roll the dice? Will he pack in the zone anytime the 6'9" kid is on the floor? Because I'm sure he's come up with a game plan. and just have to see if the kids can execute it. We'll go and give you the starting lineups first for the Riverton Rams as we get ready for our championship tilt tonight. Riverton taking on Parsons. They will go with the 6'9 junior, Terry Richardson. Also, 6'4 senior Locke North. By the end of the night, I'll probably call him Loch Ness. They'll also go with 5'8 senior Noah Harper. 5'10 senior Zach Feldkamp, who I believe is the son of a couple of my co-workers from when I lived way out in western Kansas. I think he's also the place kicker, I want to say, for the Riverton football team, I believe. 6'3 sophomore Cale Forbes is the other starter for Riverton, and it's going to be an interesting starting lineup tonight for the Vikings. It'll be J.J. Kendrick, Trey Mack, Dante Sawyer, Trey Tullis, and Joe Keel. So you're talking nobody taller than 6'1" in the starting lineup for the Vikes. And, Demias Johnson is only 6'1", but he plays bigger than that because of his girth and he's so muscular. And just really takes up some space down in the paint. So Vikings will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. They're in their traveling blue with gold trim. Riverton in their home white, and they have blue and gold trim, both blue and gold colors for both of these schools.
So, Scott, I talked to Tyler Thompson, our athletic director, today. He was coaching his first and second grade boys team this morning at the rec, and I said, as your brother called you and talked to you about the matchup for tonight, and he goes, yeah. He called me, he's like, hey, what kind of scouting report can you use? He's like, He's like, you can talk about whatever you want, but you ain't getting nothing from me on the boys. So you got a brother, Tucker Thompson, that was a great athlete, and actually transferred his senior year of high school to play high school basketball at Coffeyville High School for Tyler when he was a coach at Coffeyville. So, these brothers, I'm sure, will remember this game for a while.
Well, we're about ready for our 2024 Boys Championship game at the Lancer Classic. In case you missed it, Lady Vikings took down Neota Shea in the Girls Championship. 6'9" against 6'1", and it's going to be the Riverton Rams with the first possession. The little 5'8 senior point guard Harper has it. Boy, a near foul, I should say, by Tullis. And it looks like the Vikings have started out in a zone. And the three-pointer right off the bat goes down for Locke North. And the Vikings really don't have much choice, Tony, I don't think, with their two main post players injured and not playing tonight. A little bit of pressure by Riverton. Kendrick tries to answer. He hits. J.J. Kendrick knocks down at three, and we are tied at 3. 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Vikes will go with some token pressure in the backcourt. Feldkamp with it. On the far side of the court, gets it out top to Harper. Swings it over to Forbes. North, who already hit a 3, right in front of the Viking bench, drives, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. It'll stay with Riverton. Just underway, 7:05 to go in quarter number 1. We were tied at 3. North knocked down a 3 for Riverton. Kendrick with the three-pointer for the Vikings.
That was a great 3 by JJ, much needed.
North has it, gets a screen out top. From 15, he pulls up, no good. Boy, and over the back on the big guy.
Oh, that's what we want.
Richardson. Yeah, we didn't talk about the potential of him getting in foul trouble. That would be, and that is his first. No doubt Riverton will have the deeper bench tonight. In case you're just joining us, the Vikings' 2 starting post players, Landon Wheat and Demias Johnson, both out with injuries tonight. Vikings break the press. Tullis on the near side, out to Kendrick. He wants another 3. In and out, no good. Look at Tullis fighting hard. It goes out of bounds. Boy, his energy and his effort has just been off the charts the entire season.
Yeah, he's played great. Had a great football season and great basketball season so far.
Harper with it. Vikings are going to back off a little bit. Trey Mack picks up Harper. Richardson calling for it. He's got a huge size advantage on anybody the Vikes will have on the floor tonight. Harper out near the half-court line, guarded by Mack. Now to Feldkamp. Feldkamp still has it, hands off to Harper. Mentioned a lot of good guards on this Riverton team. Feldkamp spin move into the paint from about 14. He scores, and we have a foul underneath.
I didn't even see the foul.
Basket counts, and I think it's a foul on the Vikings. Kendrick picks up the foul, so boy, going to be a chance for multiple baskets on one trip.
That's too bad there. That happened in the girls' game.
Yes, it did. You're exactly right. So Riverton with the ball and a 2-point lead. North with a nice penetration. Shot is going to go. He got the roll, so he has 5 points here in the early going. 4-point possession there for Riverton. They lead at 7-3. A near steal. Vikes need to get it across half court, and they do. J.J. Kendrick. See if Sawyer can get open for a three here. JJ at the top of the key, back to Mack. He launches and hits. Boy, that's huge because he doesn't knock down a lot from outside.
No, he does not.
Vikings within one now at 7-6. We said in the pregame, Tony, the Vikings probably going to have to knock down a bunch of threes to stay in this one, and a foul out near half court. Those are the kind of fouls that you can't have, especially when you have a short bench.
We just said, Mack doesn't hit a whole lot, but he doesn't shoot a lot, Scott.
That's true. He doesn't pull the trigger very often.
He's more of a passer than a shooter, I would say he shoots less than 3 times a game.
Yeah, he doesn't put up a lot of shots, you're right. Vikes have done a good job keeping the ball away from
nice steal.
Richardson, and we have a steal, and here comes Keel with it. And back to Kendrick, out top to Sawyer, over to Mack. Mack trying to direct traffic, finds Keel on the far side, loses it out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Yeah, you may have even heard Coach House today, you're dribbling into a guy that's 6'9". Just go ahead and shoot from the outside.
Yeah, because he's going to block that.
7-6. Riverton leads by 1, and they have the basketball. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter of our championship game. North already has 5 points. He hands it off to Forbes. Now to Feldkamp. Back to North. 6'4" senior gives it off to Harper. Harper looks over to Coach Thompson. And North at the top of the key. And we have a whistle. We have a hold. I think they got Tullis, working hard on the 6'9" Richardson. Coach Howe doesn't agree. So Tullis with his first, and that is the team's third.
There's Quirin.
Quirin had a big game last night, checking in along with Connor Barkus. Keel and Mack head to the bench. Riverton gets it into North out top. He gets a screen. Feldkamp wants the three from the corner. It's short. Yeah, nice box out rebound by Kendrick. Back with a chance to take the lead on this trip. Quirin looks to drive. It's cut off. Now to Tullis. He loses it, gets it back, and poked away. Barkus runs it down. Vikings need to try to get into their offense here. And a traveling violation. That whole set was off, Tony.
Yeah.
A couple of deflected passes and then the traveling violation on Sawyer. Sawyer hasn't had a good look at the basket yet here in the first 4 minutes.
I'd like to see him get a screen and a good look and knock one down.
4:05 to go in our opening quarter. Riverton with the ball and a 1-point lead. North working on the smaller Quirin, puts it up and can't get the roll. Boy, fighting hard. Who's going to get it? North out hustles everybody, kicks it out to Harper for a three. Got it. Hustle paying off, and it's a 4-point lead for Riverton at 10-6. Sawyer gets fouled, I believe, by Feldkamp. And that will be his first and the team's second. Both teams have knocked down a couple of threes. Difference in the game is the 2 two-pointers by Riverton. They lead at 10-6, 3:40 to go. In our opening quarter, again, the Vikings are going to have a hard time getting anything on the interior tonight with Demias Johnson and Landon Wheat out with injury. So it's going to be up to their guards and their perimeter shooting to stay in this one. Barkus in the corner to Quirin. He wants to shoot. It's off the mark. Rebounded by the 6'9" Richardson. Almost has his pocket picked. He does have his pocket picked. Kendrick with it. Out to Sawyer for a guarded three. Got it. Dante Sawyer with the third three-pointer of the first quarter for the Vikes.
He needed it.
10-9. Riverton by 1, 3:12 to go in our first quarter of our championship game. Feldkamp to Forbes for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Quirin with the rebound. Vikes doing a good job on the glass here in the first quarter, and we have a foul. Now those are the kind of fouls that drive a coach crazy.
Yeah,
and
you
the
don't want those.
6'4" Locke North picks up his first and the team's third. Tallest replacing Kendrick, who's been playing well, playing hard here in the first quarter.
Yeah, North played so good in that semifinal game against
Yes,
College
he did.
Heights down the stretch. He was the difference.
Riverton stays in a man-to-man. Tallest wants a 3. And he got it to go down.
That's
4
four
threes
different.
by 4 different players. And the Vikings lead it 12-10.
Impressive.
So the Vikings doing exactly what they needed to do to stay in this thing, knocking down 3-point shots. North, nice ball fake. Tough shot, though, hits the side of the backboard, but he hustles and saves it. A 3-pointer goes down. Great hustle again by the Rams. Forbes with the 3-pointer, and it's a 1-point lead for Riverton at 13-12. 2:15 to go in our opening quarter. Nice drive. And then getting stuffed is Quirin, but he's going to run it down and save the possession for the Vikes. Quirin has Richardson on him. Boy, he penetrates again. Nowhere to go. Gives it off to Barkus.
Yeah, it's tough to go into that.
Yeah, you almost have to pull him way away from the basket and try to just kind of clear out if you want to have a chance to score on the inside. Barkus on the far side. Out to Smart, who's on the floor now. The Vikings. Sawyer, nowhere to go. Hands off to Quirin. Quirin looking to drive again. Spin move and can't score. Still fighting hard. They might have got him over the back. Let's see. Nope, they got the foul on Riverton, maybe on North.
North was stepping on Quirin's foot.
Yeah, Quirin's upset. Oh, it was on 14. It's Forbes, and that's his first and the team's fourth. Kendrick, Mack, and Keel checking in for the Vikings. Quirin, Tullis, and Sawyer head to the bench. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Riverton leading this championship game 13-12. Vikings to inbound from the baseline. Kendrick having a little trouble getting it in. Finally does to Mack. Mack loses his dribble, gets it back, needs some help. Gets it to Kendrick. Coach Howe calling out instructions to his team. Kendrick's going to hand off the point guard duties to Trey Mack now. Mack to Kendrick. Wants to go baseline. He got fouled. No call. Barkus to Keel. Swings it over to Mack from 16. Mack hits again.
Wow.
5 points for Trey Mack.
Great play by Trey Mack.
1 point lead for the Vikes with 1 minute to go in our opening quarter. North swings it over to Harper. He's guarded out there by Barkus. Vikings have shot very well from the field, and they will have to do that for 4 quarters. North with it. Well, he's a big, strong guy, and he gets fouled. Keel thought he had all ball.
It's a tough matchup.
I tell you.
Having Joe Kill on him.
I mean, yes, North is big and strong at 6'4". They have the 6'9" kid, Richardson, who's not really a banger, but he's a great rebounder and rim protector. So Vikings lead by 1. North heading to the line to shoot 2 for the Rams. He has 5 points to lead the way for Riverton, and he's going to get the roll. We are tied at 14 apiece. Tyler Wright's 5'11" freshman into the game for the first time. Going to give Richardson. North trying to break the 14-14 tie, and it's short, but the freshman with an offensive rebound has his pocket picked. J.J. Kendrick. See if the Vikings can score on the inside with the 6'9" Richardson out of the game.
Well, JJ wants
I
to go
think
to the
Coach
basket.
Houck wanted one shot, but nobody heard him, and the little shot goes out of bounds off who? I think the Vikings are going to keep it. So 25 seconds to go in the first quarter, tied at 14. Again, the Vikings doing this without the services of Landon Wheat or Demias Johnson. Swings it to Mack. Now I think ball to begin the second quarter, so hopefully they can double dip here Screen out top. JJ wants to go all the way. Got fouled. No call. He misses the layup. I thought there was a lot of contact.
No call there.
Wow. I sure thought he should be going to the line to 2. That's the end of quarter number 1 with your score. Parsons 14, Riverton 14. Back in 30 seconds since Viking basketball on V93.
College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people.
Cut off, gives it to North. He had a good first quarter for the Rams with 6 points. He pushed off, no call. Nice little up and under move, and he scores. That was a very crafty play by the senior, and Riverton takes a 2-point lead at 16-14. Ryder Phillips, another big body on the floor. Reverse layup, no good.
That's probably the weakest
foul. Yeah.
And they blow the whistle.
So Kendrick will go to the line to shoot 2. Didn't say who they called the foul on. It was on Ryder Phillips. Boy, a lot of size on this Riverton roster. 6'4", 6'4", 6'9". Vikings aren't going to play anybody tonight, I don't think, taller than 6'1".
Oh, what a
in and out and back
bounce.
In for J.J. Kendrick.
We'll take it.
So he now has 4 points, 1 out of 1 from the line. Keel heads to the bench, replaced by Quirin. Riverton leading this championship game 16-15, 6:32 to go in quarter number 2. Kendrick's free throw is good. 16-16. Harper, the point guard. Into the front court. Backs it out, over to Feldkamp. Feldkamp dribbling on the far side. Gives it off to Phillips in the corner, back out to Harper. Harper knocked down a 3 in the first quarter for Riverton. Forbes to North, he launches a 3. No good. One of the few things he's done wrong tonight for Riverton. Vikings looking to run, that was a traveling violation. Again, late whistle, but it's the right call. Traveling violation on J.J. Kendrick. Vikings were really looking to get out in transition, and it just didn't work out. Almost like he just hesitated,
yep.
Tony, wasn't it? Kind of second-guessed himself. So the score remains tied at 16, 5:55 to go in the first half. Had a very entertaining girls' championship game with the Lady Vikings knocking off Neota Shea. This game has been close the entire way. Harper, boy, what did we see?
What was that?
Was there a foul underneath on Riverton possibly? I think they're going to get Phillips. Yep, illegal screen or some sort of shove.
That's
called
a
on
second.
Phillips. Yeah, 2 quick fouls on the 6'4" senior. And Forbes quickly off the Riverton bench to replace Phillips. Still tied at 16, not much scoring so far here in the second quarter, just 2 points for each team. Both teams shot the ball very well from the 3-point line in the first quarter. Kendrick with it. JJ at the top of the key, guarded by North. Now to Tullis. Boy, Mack wanted the ball. They couldn't get it to him. Now he cuts to the basket, but he's got the 6'9" guy on him. A little floater partially blocked now. And taken by Riverton. Here comes North. North guarded by Jagger Quirin. See if they try to get the 6'9" Richardson a touch on this possession. Floater,
oh my
no
goodness.
good. And what's the call? Oh, a blocking foul. 2 free throws coming. Jagger Quirin. But again, Tony, nobody with more than 1 foul so far for the Vikings. And boy, that's
a good
huge
thing.
because they have a very short bench tonight. North 1 out of 2 from the line. He leads all scorers with 8 points.
Has Richardson scored?
No, and I don't even know if he's taken a shot, Tony. The Vikings have done a good job denying him the ball.
Yeah.
Too hard on that first free throw for Locke North.
If you'd have told me before this game started we'd be tied 16-16 at this point in the game, I'd take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Vikings hanging tough. Second free throw is good. And Riverton leads by 1, 17-16. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Good look down to Tullis, but he is surrounded. Back to Mack. Mack penetrates. Tough shot. Boy, he hit the backboard. It's no good, and here comes Riverton. Boy, Richardson slapped the backboard really hard. Forbes with it. Riverton with the ball in a 1-point lead. Forbes hands off to North, guarded by Kendrick now. And it's Sawyer on Noah Harper. Boy, North finally takes a dribble. Nice drive. Oh, boy, how about basket interference? Yep, that's, I think,
Yep, basket interference.
Coach Thompson saying he didn't touch it, and he had a great look at it.
I'm pretty sure he touched it.
I couldn't tell.
I think he touched it.
Coach Thompson says he didn't touch it, and I just honestly could not tell. So possibly Vikings may have caught a break. Yeah. Tony, you said you thought he touched it.
I'm pretty sure he tipped it.
So either way, it's a 1-point lead for Riverton at 17-16, 4:15 to go in our first half. Vikings taking their time on this possession, and I really don't blame them. Vikings typically play fast, but in this kind of a game, Tallis open from the corner for a three, off the mark, and taken by Feldkamp. Boy, that guard quickly up the court. Blocked from behind by Queer. Here comes J.J. Kendrick. Let's see if he can outrun everybody. Tough shot in the paint, goes down. J.J. Kendrick with a very athletic play, and the Vikings lead by 1. 3:43 to go in the first half. Feldkamp swings it over to Harper. 18-17. Oh, there they get it into Richardson. Now he kicks it out. Three-pointer from the far side. Off the mark, no good. Vikings continue to do a good job on the glass, looking for a quick run out. And a great save by Quirin. Oh, they find Kendrick underneath. He's fouled and he scores. Boy, Vikings with a nice little run here.
Yeah, that was big time there.
9 points for Kendrick, and they get the second foul on Locke North. He's been
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Thank you, Karen. We are at halftime. Time for our Eye Care Associate halftime show, brought to you by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Drs. Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. And Tony, back and forth action. A lot of three-pointers went down for both teams, and we knew the Vikings would have to hit their fair share to stay in this one tonight, being shorthanded the way they are. They lead 27-25, and, I mean, no doubt. I know I'll take it. I know you'll take it.
Oh, yeah,
2-point lead for the Vikes, and they held
They
held Richardson, the 6'9 junior, to 2 points. And, I mentioned, I think during the pregame that his offensive skills are a little raw. You know, he's not the kind of guy that's going to take the ball out at the free throw line, do a spin move, and use his length to get a layup. But I'm a little bit surprised that Riverton hasn't been able to get him the ball.
Yeah, Tullis has done an awesome job. Tullis got called for one hold.
Yep.
But he's been down there all over him. And then there's always been a second, even a third guy. Every time he's touched the ball, there's been at least 2 guys there, and sometimes 3.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of attention.
So Houck's like, I'm going to make somebody else beat us.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it's worked. Locke North, though, is definitely, a player that you don't want to leave too open either, because he's the one that's benefiting from the double and even possible triple teams.
And Cale Forbes, a 6'3" sophomore, had 3 threes as well. And so with that in mind, I'll run down the scoring totals from the first half. For Riverton, they were led in scoring by Forbes and North with 9 points apiece, 3 points for Harper, and 2 points apiece for Feldkamp and Richardson. Leading the way for the Vikings, no surprise, 6'1" senior J.J. Kendrick with 13, 5 points for Trey Mack, and then 3 points apiece for Dante Sawyer, Connor Barkus, and Trey Tullis. And Tony, 6 3-pointers from 5 different players. 4 guys hit 1 3, and J.J. Kendrick knocked down a couple. So, Vikings doing exactly what they need to do to have a chance to win this championship, and now we're going to get to visit Coach Scheibe. He said that he had forgotten to come up, and he's going to come visit with us for just a little bit. Can you hear us, Coach?
Yes.
All right, congratulations. 3 straight championships here at the Lancer Classic, and, of course, your daughter and the senior superstar led the way with 28 points, I believe, and, I mean, it was a hard-fought game, and Tony and I were just impressed from start to finish by the grit that your team displayed. I don't know that I've ever seen a Lady Viking team spend so much time on the floor getting floor burns, because they dove after every loose ball tonight, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
I couldn't be more proud of them. I thought they really got after it. Jaden Kendrick and a lot of them there in that first half was on the floor. And like I said, it was a total team effort. Sydney had a big game, but how about them 4 points from Alex Stoneberg?
Man.
Yes. And then you had Hinman chip in 5, I think, in the fourth quarter. And Tony and I talked at halftime. We got to get a couple of more girls in the scoring column to win this thing, and that's what happened.
And then Braylon in the fourth quarter is just, 5 points there at the end.
Yes.
And Scott talked about, them getting on the floor. They got on the floor so much that they didn't even have to dust mop between the games.
And you mentioned Stoneberger's points. How about her rebounding as well?
I'll tell you what, she gave us some huge minutes. I couldn't be more proud of her. And I told her, we had a little shoot around before we came over here, and I can just see the confidence, building in her. She was knocking down a lot of shots, and I told her, I said, don't play scared. If they give you an open shot, don't be afraid to shoot it. But man, it was a gritty performance.
Yeah, it was a really fun championship game to watch. I know you guys were a little undersized against Neota Shea, but you guys handled it well. You rebounded well for the most part, and like a lot of high school girls games and boys games for that matter, sloppy at times, but for the most part, I thought it was a well-played basketball game by both teams, and it was great to see the Lady Vikes come out on top. I mean, Tony, what do you say, 11 wins for this group of seniors at the Lancer Classic?
That's amazing.
2 is when they were freshmen, and then they run the table
3 years in
a row. That is just spectacular. And then 2 of them on the all-tournament team with Oshka and Sydney. That's just remarkable.
Yes, they played hard, and like I said, it was a great team win, and to win it 3 years in a row, that's just unbelievable, really.
Yeah, that's dominance there.
But that's. I like our girls, and carries on to next week. We kind of talked about that in the post-game interview. And I think last year we kind of come out of here with a high, and then we let Pittsburgh slip up and beat us. So,
I remember that.
We got to celebrate tonight and then be ready to go Monday. But huge win, and a great Neota Shea team as well.
Yep.
Well, Coach, rarely do we get to have you here at halftime in the boys. So last question, just what was your take on the first half of this championship game on the boys' side?
It's about like the girls.
Yeah.
Undersized and just grit.
So, hopefully our boys can pull it out and we can, be back-to-back. I believe they won it last year.
Yeah, they won it last year as well. That'd be awesome.
Great game, great championship games tonight.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on another championship here at the Lancer Classic.
Thank you both a lot.
Yep.
All right, that was head coach Pat Scheibe of the victorious Lady Vikings. They knocked off Neota Shea in the girls' championship game. And we are about ready for the second half of our boys' championship game. Again, the Viking boys leading this one 27-25. Riverton will have the first possession as we get going in the second half. Vikings will send out Mack, Sawyer, Kendrick, Tullis, and Keel. Riverton will counter with Harper, North, Feldkamp, Richardson, and Cale Forbes. And play has resumed. North has it out top. He's leading scorer for Riverton with 9, along with Cale Forbes. Vikes almost got a steal. Harper hands off to North. See what kind of adjustments were made by these respective ball clubs at halftime. North looking to drive. He's cut off, kicks it out to Harper. Feldkamp open. He's going to launch. It's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds, and it will go over to the Vikings.
We'll take that. I think he was left open on purpose, Scott.
Yeah, the Vikings didn't seem too concerned about closing out on Feldkamp. Vikings with the ball in a 2-point lead. Somewhat surprisingly, Riverton going to be in a zone and may have been partially blocked. A missed shot by Sawyer, and then I think he touched it last. I'm not sure. But I expected Riverton to open up in a man-to-man here in the second half, but they surprised me a little bit, opening up in a zone.
Not sure what's going on.
Yeah,
Maybe some slick spot on the floor.
Slick spot on the floor. They think they need a towel possibly. 7:17 to go in the third quarter. Parsons leading this one 27-25. J.J. Kendrick leading the way for the Vikings with 13 points in the first half. 10 of those came in quarter number 2. Again, for joining us late, we hate to talk about it too much, but it's hard not to when the 2 starting post players are out with injury. I mean, it's worth mentioning. And so if you are joining us late, Demias Johnson and Landon Wheat not playing tonight for the Vikings. Landon looks like he's getting around pretty good on his ankle. I think I think mostly it's just, hey, we're going to be very, very careful with our 6'4" senior superstar. Because he did turn his ankle last night in the semifinals. Play has resumed. North out half court. Double team. Gets it back to Harper. He's going to launch a 3. Off the mark.
Sawyer, nice.
Oh, dangerous pass. J.J. Kendrick can't. Yep, J.J. Kendrick was able to leap over Harper, but couldn't haul in that long pass. The Vikings were really looking to get out in transition, and it backfired on that particular play. Score remains 27-25. That's where we were at halftime. 6:50 to go in quarter number 3. Mack on Harper out at the half-court line. Harper gets a screen, picked up by Keel. Now over to North, lobs it into the big man Richardson. He's fouled, and he's going to not get the roll, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe, Tony, from what I saw in the semifinals, I don't think he's a good free throw shooter, but we'll find out here
I don't really
just
remember
a few seconds.
100% seeing him shoot the free throws.
That was the second foul on Joe Keel. First guy for the Vikings to have more than 1 foul. Richardson free throw. Actually, that looked very pure. He knocks it down. That is his 3rd point, and 1 out of 1 from the line. 27-26. 1-point lead for the Vikings in this championship ball game. Richardson's second free throw. Perfect. Well, he looked very good on those 2 free throws, and we are tied at 27. Vikings a near steal. Mack open for 3. It's an air ball, rebounded by North, and he's personal. Keel only had 1 at the break, but he picks up 2 quick ones here in quarter number 3.
I'm not sure. That was pretty touchy there.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you see so much contact let go underneath the basket, but then if there's a touch foul 60 feet away,
they're calling
the whistle will blow. So we're tied at 27. Riverton with a chance to take the lead on this trip. Harper gets a screen out top. Picked up by Quirin. They find Feldkamp on the baseline, and he scores. About 12 feet out, Feldkamp with his second basket. And Riverton leads by 2. Nice drive. They kick it out to Quirin. Mack gets it down to Tullis, out to Quirin. He's going to launch a 3. He is good. The 6th player of the night, I believe, for the Vikings to knock down a 3. Quirin with his first points, and it is 30-29. Vikes by 1, 5:48 to go in quarter number 3. Harper at the top of the key. Feldkamp, he's going to shoot from the baseline again. No good. Nope, there's the big man with the offensive rebound, and he lays it in. We expected to see more of that in the first half. 1 point lead for Riverton at 31-30. Quirin wants another 3. It's short. Air ball this time, pulled out of there by Forbes. Riverton on the run. They're trying to get it into Richardson, couldn't do it. Harper thought about a 3. North will launch the 3. It's good. North in double. 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Mack to Kendrick at the top of the key. Thought about shooting it. Now he backs up. Spin move. JJ to Sawyer from 17. He got it. Dante Sawyer knocks it down. Give him 5 points on the night. Back and forth we go. Give him 5 points on the night. Back and forth we go. Riverton leading at 34-32. 4:41 to go in the third quarter. This is the championship game of the 2024 Lancer Classic. No team has led by more than 4, I believe, the entire night. North wants another 3. Short. But who's going to get the loose ball? Richardson runs it down. Out to Forbes. His little floater goes in the paint. He's had a good night. He's in double figures with 11. 4-point lead for Riverton at 36-32. JJ thought about a 3. Splits a couple of defenders out to Quirin. Now Mack tries a 3 from the baseline. No good. It was short. Loose ball. Riverton should have had it. And they're going to end up with the loose ball anyway. Harper. Forbes left wide open. He missed it. But Feldkamp, the smallest guy on the floor, I think.
He's picking him up in the air.
It's a tie-up situation. Tullis actually picked Feldkamp up off the ground. That was hilarious. Jason Smart Barkas checking in for the Vikes. See Trey Mack and J.J. Kendrick head to the bench. Alternating possession belongs to the Vikes. 36-32, Riverton by 4, 3:55 to go in quarter number 3. Quirin to Sawyer. Riverton's done a good job even in the zone closing out on Dante. Smart to Quirin, back to Barkas. He wants a 3, and it's off the mark. Tullis with great hustle.
That's foul on North.
Sawyer, step back 3. No good. That's over the back this time for sure on Forbes. That'll be his second and the team's first here in the third quarter. Kendrick had a very short rest. He's back on the floor for the Vikings, replacing Tullis.
That's got to be a foul on North on that loose ball hitting Tullis there. But luckily we came out with it. I thought Sawyer was going to knock down the 3 there.
I did too. 36-32. Vikes down by 4. They get it into Smart out top to Kendrick. Gets around Feldkamp, but he had the 6'9" Richardson in his face. Smart on the near side. Dangerous pass. Got it to Sawyer. Dante at the free throw line. So hard to drive against a 6'9" defender. Kendrick nowhere to go. Finds Barkas in the paint. Out to Kendrick. JJ looking to drive. Boy, with the left hand, may have been partially blocked. It's taken by North. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Riverton leading this championship game 36-32. Great move by North, and he lays it in. Coach Houck may think about a timeout here. 38-32, 6-point lead for Riverton. 2:45 to go in quarter number 3. Sawyer. I think they got Feldkamp?
Maybe.
Yep, Feldkamp picking up his third personal. And the team's second. So Riverton has outscored Parsons 13-5 here in quarter number 3.
Phillips checking in. He's been on the bench for a long time.
Yeah, Phillips picked up 2 fouls rather quickly. And
I think it was in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's another big kid, 6'4" senior. Tullis out top to Mack. Vikes are going to have to continue to knock down some 3-pointers. They're going to stay in this one. Riverton staying in their zone. Mack at the top of the key, bounce pass to Smart. Ball tipped away, it's a steal. Phillips has it. Vikings had some trouble with the zone in the semifinals. Three-pointer, no good, and running down the loose ball is the Vikings. Vikings need a basket. They're down by 6. Kendrick gets around one guy, kicks it out. He's fouled. Did they get Phillips for his third?
He just can't catch a break.
Yep, 6'4" senior picks up his third. 2:04 to go in the third quarter. Riverton leading Parsons 38-32. Kendrick to throw it in from the baseline. Way out top to Mack. Now to Barkus. Connor to Tullis. Over to Kendrick. Thought about the three. Smart'll try the three. No good. And on the weak side, oh, now a dangerous pass on the outlet is going to be a turnover. They had Phillips on a quick outlet, but I think it was North overshot his teammate. The Vikings catch a break. Tony, Vikes just with a three-pointer by Queern and a two-pointer by Sawyer in this entire quarter. So they've got to get things going on the offensive end. This Riverton zone has really slowed up the Viking offense.
Yeah, Baxter did the same thing to us the other night.
Yep. Oh, that's a foul, and 2 free throws coming. Oh! What? And now a technical. What was the call?
It was a foul, so he's going to go shoot free. Now he's going to get a technical.
Who got the technical?
Phillips. I think Phillips he just fouled out.
Okay, I thought Coach Hout got the technical.
No,
but yeah, if that's
Phillips.
on Phillips.
Yeah, he cursed.
Yep, so okay. See, I thought the cuss came from
No, it was
Coach Hout.
from Phillips.
Okay, I heard the word.
Yeah.
So Phillips is out. And this is a chance. Now, if they give Kendrick free throws, it looked like he was shooting.
Yeah, he
and
was.
Then technical free throws. That's
should be four shots
free
and
throws
the ball.
and the ball. This could essentially be a 7-point possession for the Vikings. This is a huge moment in this championship ball game. So Phillips is already done for the night. The 6'4" senior fouls out, 0 points.
He had 2 fouls in the first quarter, set for all the way until the 2.5, and then in 1 minute he got a steal, but then he's 3 fouls in the last minute.
Wow. So yeah, he you can understand his frustration, but you gotta hold it together. First free throw by Kendrick is going to be too hard. This is a golden opportunity for the Vikings to get back in this game. They've got to have these free throws.
There should be Sawyer coming to shoot the technical ones, I believe.
Kendrick's second free throw. No good. He missed them both. Sawyer, I believe, coming out to shoot the technicals. Tough break for the Vikings. And I tell you, it's a different feel, Tony, when you're up there with nobody on the lane.
Yeah.
It's just a different feel for the shooter. Dante Sawyer with 5 points on the night, now shooting the technicals. And he got the first one. 38-33.
Yeah, we'll have
one more. By 5. Yep. One more free throw and then possession for the Vikes. Second free throw, good. He kind of backed off a little bit on that shot. I was afraid he was going to leave it short, but so the Vikings down by 4, 38-34. They will have possession, and we have a 30-second timeout on the floor, so we'll take a 30-second break as well. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Well, it's been a very entertaining championship basketball game here at the Lancer Classic. Riverton leading Parsons 38-34, minute 36 to go in quarter number 3. Vikings have the basketball coming out of the timeout. In case you missed it, Lady Vikings knocked off Neota Shea in the girls' championship game. Riverton stays in that zone. It's been very effective so far. Sawyer, they've done a really good job of extending it out, getting in the face of the Viking outside shooters. Barkus guarded by a freshman out there. Kendrick puts it on the floor. Nice. Oh, Smart would have had a layup, but he couldn't control it. He needs help, and he throws it away. So it could have been a 7-point possession, Tony. Vikings only get 2 out of it. North, strong drive, and he's going to score. He's a heck of a ball player. He has 7 in this quarter, 16 for the game to lead all scores. Biggest lead of the night right now, 40-34. Kendrick tries to cut it in half, and he does. J.J. Kendrick single-handedly keeping the Vikes in this right now. He has 16 points. 40-37, Riverton by 3. They get it into Richardson. Oh, he lost it. Oh, and it barely touched the baseline. Went off Trey Tallis. He tried to save it. So 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Riverton, the Vikings can come up with a defensive stop. Cale Forbes, 6'3 sophomore, is in double figures with 11. Will be inbounding from the baseline. 6'1 Kendrick on the 6'9 Richardson. We have a hold on the Vikings, I believe. Quirin, I think, got north as he was driving to the basket. So Quirin picks up his second. Nobody for the Vikings in serious foul trouble. Joe Keel does have 3. He's been on the bench for quite a while. Forbes again to throw it in from the baseline. Gets it way out top to North. He gets a screen. The freshman wants a 3. Short, but nobody picked him up. Oh, he missed a layup. There's Richardson with an offensive foul. He scores. Offensive rebound, I should say. He scores and he's fouled. So kind of a defensive breakdown by the Vikings. Richardson with 8 points. And the foul was on Sawyer, his second. Richardson's free throw is good. He's 9 points on the night. It's a 6-point lead for Riverton. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kendrick, nice drive, kicks it over to Quirin. Now Sawyer. Looks like the Vikings would probably benefit to just a hold for 1 at this point. We're down to 10 seconds. Barkas nearly throws it away. Tallis, he took steps, no call. 3 seconds. Barkas, no good, and it's rebounded by Richardson. Long full court shot, no good. And we'll head to the fourth quarter with Riverton leading the Vikes 43-37. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on B93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Well, it should be a fun final 8 minutes of our championship game. Here at the Lancer Classic, Riverton leading the Vikes 43-37, and Riverton will have possession as we get going in the fourth quarter. Tony, the Vikes have fought very hard. They've done a lot of things right, but they've had trouble cracking the Riverton zone here in the second half because it's been a very active zone because, Riverton, they have the advantage of having the 6'9 rim protector in the paint. So they've really been able to extend out on the shooters because they don't have to worry about the Vikings driving to the basket.
Yeah, it's been very tough to get any open look at all. And
Harper has it as we get going in the fourth quarter. Feldkamp's going to launch from 18, and he hits. Riverton really heating up from the field, and this is their biggest lead of the night at 45-37. Long three by Dante Sawyer. We've been waiting on that. He knocks it down. He's in double figures with 10. Vikings trying to keep it close, 45-40. Riverton breaks the press. Feldkamp wants an open three. No good. Rebounded by Sawyer. Sawyer trying to outrun the defense. Takes it himself. He scores and he's fouled. What a play by Dante Sawyer.
Very impressive. Dante Sawyer, I knew at some point he's got to step up, and he has definitely stepped up here to start this fourth quarter.
Boy, did the Vikings ever need him to come up big. He knocked down that long three and then a great layup and then absorbs the contact, gets fouled. We'll see if he can complete the old-fashioned three-point play. He does. 13 points for Sawyer, and just like that, it's down to a 2-point ball game with Riverton leading the Vikes 45-43, 7:14 to go. Oh, wide open three-pointer goes down. You don't want to leave Forbes open. He knocks down another three, and it's a 5-point lead for Riverton at 48-43. J.J. Kendrick, a lot of contact, no call, gets bumped again, and their time they're going to get Feldkamp with his fourth. 48-43, 5-point lead for the Rams. 6:58 to go in our ball game. Feldkamp heads to the bench, replaced by the freshman Tyler Wrights.
Yeah, impressive comeback there for the Vikings, but then a big three right back at them. The Vikings need to respond here.
Oh, bad pass. I think Sawyer thought Tullis was going to cut to the basket, and now Sawyer commits his third personal. He's one of the guys that the Vikings have to have on the floor. So, we've got a lot of chatting going on right now between a couple of the Riverton guys and a couple of Parsons players. So
yeah. Halk saw that, and
yeah, they're
going to Sawyer out.
Going to put Sawyer on the bench for a little bit. Tullis, Keel, Barkus, Kendrick, and Tullis on the floor for the Vikings now. Riverton with the ball and a 5-point lead. 6:42 to go in our championship ball game. Forbes has been huge tonight. Sophomore shot very well. Wrights, the freshman, for three. Can't get it to. Oh, he's going to get the roll. I can't believe it. How did that roll in?
I have no idea.
That was biggest lead of the night now for Riverton at 51-43. Kendrick, double team, needs help. Gets it to Mack. Goes baseline. Tullis to Keel. Vikings need a basket on this possession. Kendrick splits the double team and gets fouled. That will be the third foul of the quarter on Riverton. Tyler Wright's the freshman who got the lucky roll on that three-pointer. We'll have to remember that going down the stretch. That may end up being the difference in this ball game.
It was missed so bad that it went in.
Yeah, exactly. Kendrick needs help. Trying to get it in, gets it out top to Keel. He wants the three. Off the back iron, no good. North with the rebound and a quick outlet. Boy, Vikings were lucky there. If it had been a better outlet, it would have been a layup. Harper on the near side. Riverton in control right now. 8-point lead and the basketball. Richardson backs his man down and he scores off the glass. He is in double figures with 11. It is a 10-point lead for Riverton, 53-43. Vikings have done an outstanding job keeping it close, but this is the biggest deficit they face. A blocked shot, and Richardson has it. Riverton has the ball and the momentum. Richardson all the way to the basket. He scores. Probably get a timeout by Coach Houck. Nope, 12-point lead. Kendrick gets a couple guys in the air. Three-pointer by Tullis. Got it. That's what the Vikings have been doing all game long to keep it close, but a great run by Riverton. Richardson, who only had 2 points in the first half, now has 13 on the night.
Wow.
So 55-46 is your score. Riverton, who scored 25 in the first half, has scored 30 here in the second half. And Tony, it's we really wanted to see Richardson and Landon going at it,
cool.
and it just didn't happen tonight. But the Viking guards and their three-point shooting have kept them in this ball game, and it's not even close to over yet. It's going to be a tough climb for the Vikings, but if they continue to shoot the three, anything is possible.
I think we have 7 different Vikes with three-pointers now.
I think so. Yep.
That's impressive. A lot of guys that can shoot the three.
Yeah, and 10 threes overall.
I mean, even Landon Wheaton, Demias Johnson are able to shoot the three. I don't think we have a guy on our team that I wouldn't be opposed to, letting them, shoot it from the three.
Right.
So, we thought we were going to be outmatched just height-wise, and we kept it close for a long time, all the way until this fourth quarter, and they've kind of gotten a little bit of run here, and hopefully the Vikes still got a little.
Vikes go with the press. It's hard to press against this. We got the 6'9" guy that can lob it up to North to the front court. Nearly lost it. Gets it to the freshman Wright. Vikes doing a lot of chasing. They lob it up. Oh, the dunk is missed. Let's see if the Vikings can take advantage. Trey Mack to Sawyer for a three. In and out, no good. Boy, big moment in this ball game. Ball tipped away. Who's got it? Riverton. And they have numbers going the other way. North, good pass, layup good at the other end. Vikes taking some chances on defense. 57-46, 11-point lead for Riverton. They'll stay in their zone. Kendrick for three. No good. Great offensive rebound. Getting fouled is Tullis. That'll be the fourth foul on Riverton. So the next one will send the Vikings to the line.
That's Richardson.
Richardson, I think, with just his second.
He got one really early, and that's his first foul since. He's done a really good job. I mean, it's hard to take it at that big of a size difference. You know, you would say, you know, if you had Landon Wheat, you'd be like,
right,
okay, let's take it at him and try to get him in foul trouble. But when you got such a discrepancy, it's hard to do.
Sawyer just lost it out of bounds. Things starting to fall apart just a bit for the Vikings. 57-46, Riverton by 11, 4:30 to go in our ball game. Wright's the freshman with it. Over to Richardson. North trying to bull his way into the paint. Wrights wants the three. Got it. Everything going right for Riverton here in the fourth quarter. They lead by 14. Great drive by J.J. Kendrick, and he scores over the 6'9" Richardson. And I think the Vikes just forced a turnover.
I think so.
Coach Thompson of Riverton thought there was a foul.
I mean, they did push it out to, I mean, it was a 14-point lead. Now it's a 12-point lead.
Yeah, Vikes. It's going to be a tough comeback. Vikings have the athletes and the shooters to do it, but it is going to be tough. Vikings do have some fouls to give. Mack thought about the three. Now he penetrates out to Barkus. Tullis thought about the three. Sawyer is open. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't take it. Instead, J.J. Kendrick open. Off the back iron, no good, and the big guy gets the rebound for Riverton and a foul, I think, on Sawyer. Sawyer picks up his fourth. I can't believe Sawyer passed up that open three, Tony.
Yeah.
60-48, Riverton by 12, 3:50 to go in our championship game. Boy, this undersized Viking team has fought so hard, but Riverton just a little too big, little too good. And there's an easy layup at the other end for Richardson. He has exploded in the second half. 14-point lead for the Rams.
Yeah, I wish Kendrick would just let that one fly.
Yeah, it's the only thing the Vikings have going for them right now. And now a ball is stolen away, and Riverton has it. And it looks like Riverton will be able to pull away, probably go ahead and win this. 62-48, Riverton by 14, 3:28 to go in our ball game. You know, you think back to that opportunity the Vikings had after that technical. It could have been a 7-point possession, and they only got 2 points out of it.
Yep.
Riverton's done a good job. They've handled everything the Vikings have thrown at them, and they have been able to extend this out to a 14-point lead. And now they can make the Vikings chase the rest of the way. Coach Thompson says, yeah, we're going to. Boy, North ends up on the deck. Thought he got fouled. No whistle. Harper dribbling around at half court. And with the good guard play of Riverton, it's going to be about pretty much impossible. Vikings, I guess if they wanted to try to put him on the line, but they have a foul to give yet. Because I don't think Riverton's going to shoot unless they have a layup, Tony.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're just going to run a lot of clock here.
We're down to 2:45 to go in our game. Dangerous pass, but North able to get it. And then he's fouled by Barkus. And that is the fourth foul on the Vikings. Coach Thompson having words with the 6'4" senior, telling him he's got to settle down. And he's still giving his senior an earful. So North to throw it in front of the Riverton bench. Riverton in control now. They've pulled away here in the fourth quarter. They lead at 62-48, 2:40 to go in our game. Wright's with it. a near steal. Oh, they call over and back. I thought it was touched by the Vikings.
I did too.
I thought the Vikings touched it.
Locke North is about to lose his mind.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, they've got a 14-point lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually
he's acting like they're losing by 2.
Yeah, usually when you're up by double digits, you don't get that upset. Boy, a lazy pass and a steal by the freshman Wrights, and he lays it in. He's had a big second half. This championship game is going to go to the Riverton Rams. They lead at 64-48, 2:28 to go in our ball game. It'll take a miracle of miracles for the Vikings to come back. Jason Smart will check in. And that was the 5th foul on Dante Sawyer. He had a good night for the Vikes. He finishes with 13. Kendrick is going to get a break. Mack on the floor, so it's Mack, Hill, and Smart. The freshman who has been huge here in the 4th quarter. His free throw off the mark, no good, rebounded by Smart. And here come the Vikings in a hurry. Dangerous pass, nice catch by Trey Mack. Vikes down by 16, 2:20 to go. And the lane shot, no good. Smart with the offensive board, out to Keel for 3. Off the mark and rebounded by North. Quickly up ahead. Oh, nice steal by Barkus. Great hustle. Good to see the Vikes still hustling. And a foul. Now there's a freshman mistake. That's one of the only mistakes the freshman has made here in the second half. He has 8.
And Barkus is going to get free throws.
Yep, 8 fourth quarter points for the freshman Wrights for Riverton and for Connor Barkus. Barkus has 3 points on the night. His first trip to the free throw line. And can't get the roll. He'll have one more. Again, it's feeling one of these teams would maybe hit 70 tonight. I thought it might have that Wichita Collegiate feel. You remember that game? The Vikings won, I want to say 75-68. Unfortunately, Vikings obviously going to be on the short end of this one tonight. Barkus knocks down the second free throw, gives him 4 points. 15-point lead for Riverton, 64-49. 2 minutes to go in our championship game. Lady Vikings got the title in our openers. They knocked off Neota Shea. And we have a foul out at half court. This will put Riverton at the line. Noah Harper, who had an early 3 for the Rams, will go to the line to shoot 2. Harper's free throw on the way. Spins off, no good. He'll have one more. Yeah, this will be the 40th point for Riverton as he knocks it down here in the second half. They have scored very well in the second half. I held them to 25 in the first half. Trey Mack for a corner 3, off the mark, no good. Skying is J.J. Kendrick, and he gets fouled. That's the freshman again, stopping the clock with an unnecessary foul. And that's the kind of thing that he will learn as he continues what I'm sure will be a very good career at Riverton High School. J.J. Kendrick has scored well for the Vikings tonight. He has 18 points. He is, 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. 65-49, Riverton by 16. Minute 42 to go in quarter number 4. First free throw is good by J.J. Kendrick looking for his 20th point. Kendrick's free throw spins out and rebounded by Richardson. And a bad pass, and the Vikes have it. Silly play there. Now the Vikes throw it away. So Coach Thompson very upset with the lackadaisical play of his team. He knows it's not over. Tony, you and I feel like it is, but from a coach's standpoint, it's never over.
Exactly.
65-50. 15-point lead for Riverton. Minute 28 to go in the game. Riverton will just continue to run clock here. I'm actually kind of hoping that the Vikings don't foul. A little out of reach now. Harper out at half court. Riverton looks like they're going to win the 2024 Lancer Classic. Well deserved. They had a very, very difficult game in the semifinals, and they came out on top. There goes the freshman again, and he scores and he's fouled. He has been absolutely unbelievable here in the fourth quarter. Probably the best quarter of his young high school career.
Yeah, he's definitely played well.
He has scored 10 points, all of his points here in the fourth quarter, 67-50. Freshman's free throw is up and not going to get the roll this time, rebounded by Smart. 1 minute to go. Riverton leads by 17. J.J. Kendrick out to Barkus for three. Couldn't get it, and it's rebounded by Forbes, and a silly foul. No need to foul at this point,
No.
Tony. It'll just make the final score look that much worse.
Yep. It was a hard-fought game, but it's
those first three
gonna come up
quarters were
short.
great. It was only 43-37 at the end of the third quarter, but it's been all Riverton here in the fourth quarter as they've outscored Parsons 24-13. Forbes' free throw will roll in.
And we went cold from the three-point line. I think we missed probably our last 6.
Yeah, Vikings still knocked down 10 threes. I figured they'd have to hit at least a dozen to have a chance, and that wouldn't even been enough tonight. Very, very impressive Riverton team. You know, the Vikings running very short-handed tonight and caught up with them in the second half. Boy, but they fought hard. 69-50, Riverton by 19. Tallest for three, off the mark, no good. And rebounded by Riverton, and another foul on Barkus. So the final score will not indicate how close this game was. I mean, it was actually a 2-point lead for the Vikes at halftime, 6-point lead for Riverton at the end of the third quarter. But yeah, Riverton has just been on a mission here in quarter number 4. Free throw no good, and one more coming for Wrights. Hard to believe it's going to end up being a 20-point win for Riverton, Tony, and boy, it was a lot closer than that for most of the game. Free throw goes down, 70-50. Riverton by 20. 39 seconds to go in our ball game. Court. Tallest tries the three. Yep, Vikings just gone ice cold. Ball knocked out of bounds by, well, they're going to say off north. I thought maybe one of the Vikes touched it last. Keel Marcus. Over to Tallest. For three, no good. Rebounded by North, and now the Vikings should just let him run out the clock. Looks like 70-50 will be the final score. Riverton's going to win the Lancer Classic. Hard fight game, again, much closer than that final score will indicate. Riverton giving their team a standing ovation. And this game and tournament championship belongs to Riverton. Final score, Riverton 70 and Parsons 50. We'll be back at the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show in 3 minutes. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
And at this moment, as soon as we get done with this, we're going to go ahead and announce our Cole Youngblood. And from Sunrise
And welcome back to Southeast High School, everybody. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. Vikings fall in the championship game tonight. Final score 70-50. Again, if you're joining us late, game was a lot closer than that, but this shorthanded Viking team just ran out of answers in the fourth quarter. They gave up 27 points in the fourth quarter. Got outscored 27-13, and obviously that you're not going to be able to overcome that. So that was good to see. We'll go and run down the scoring totals. We'll see if we can get Coach Houck up here for a post-game interview as well. Cale Forbes led the way for Riverton with 18. Locke North had 16. Richardson 15. Tyler Wrights with 11. The freshman had all of his points in the fourth quarter. 6 points for Zach Feldkamp, 4 points for Noah Harper. Leading the way for the Vikings, J.J. Kendrick with 19. Dante Sawyer with 13. Trey Tullis with 6. Trey Mack with 5. Connor Barks with 4. And Jagger Quirin with 3. Tony, 10 3-pointers by the Vikes tonight wasn't enough. It kept them in it for 3 quarters. But then they just, Riverton was too deep.
Yeah.
Too big, and their guard play was too good. They're just a good basketball team.
We just ran out of bodies, ran out of legs.
Yep.
We kept it as close as we could for as long as we could, and but the kids fought hard. And
yeah, they did.
And we've got some games that we should be hopefully have a shot at coming up in the SEK. I know
Absolutely,
we got Pittsburgh and Chinook at home this next week, and then we go to Frontenac, which I think will be kind of one of them question mark games. I know it was close last year when we played them, so it just depends on if we get Demias and Landon Wheat back.
Yeah, exactly, because you never ever know how a game would play out. But when you look at the Vikings leading by 2 at halftime, trailing by only 6 at the end of the third quarter, without Demias and without Landon,
Yep.
I mean they would have had an inside presence, because Landon, even giving up 5 inches to the 6'9" Richardson, and he's got long arms too. I think Landon could elevate over him just enough to get some shots off.
I agree.
And also would have neutralized him on the other end of the floor as well, because Richardson had 13 of his 15 in the second half, and that was one of the Riverton just played a better second half than the Vikings. Again, they did what Baxter did. They played a zone, and we talked about it during that second half. It reminded me of what Coffeyville did against some of the really athletic Viking teams back when Coach Wall was down at Coffeyville. They'd have a 6'8" kid patrolling the middle, and that allowed the other 4 guys to get out on the perimeter to guard the shooters, because even if we did penetrate, well, what do you do?
Exactly.
When you've got a 6'7", 6'8", or 6'9" kid in your face, it is really hard to get a shot off. So, but hey, the Lady Vikings got their 3rd consecutive championship. Vikings had a good showing, taking 2nd place here at the Lancer Classic. And let's see, we'll give Coach Houck 1 more minute. We'll take a 1-minute break and see if Coach Houck will come up for a post-game interview. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93. Yeah, welcome back to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Vikings come up short in the championship game against Riverton. Final score 70-50. Still no sign of Coach Houck. But Tony, it's always fun coming over here. It was a fun week. Had to compress everything into 4 days, Wednesday through Saturday. Appreciate all your work and Karen back in the studio. Again, Lady Vikings got the championship over Neodesha in the girls tournament. Viking boys take second place, and with no sign of Coach Houck, I guess we'll wrap it up. And hey, not a bad week at all for the Lady Vikings and the Viking boys. Again, Vikings lose it by a final score to Riverton tonight, 70-50, and that'll wrap it up for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. For Tony Fuentes and for Karen Hardesty, this is Scott Marlowe saying